Okay, today I am going to sand and seal the floors. As you can see, they're a bit of a mess and they need to be sanded. They haven't been sanded for quite a number of years. The sealant here is pretty non-existent. You can see that it's come up, so it just needs to be resealed. I think I'll be able to get away with just giving it a light sand. I'll use my disc sander just to sand it down with a medium and then a fine grade sandpaper. Okay, it's now totally clear and ready to be sanded and sealed. I've covered up a lot of stuff just with some polythene so it doesn't get too dusty. It's all clear and ready to be sanded. Okay, I'm just going to give it a light sand all over. However, there's bits like this that have got grooves in that I'm going to give it a bit more of a heavy sand. I'm going to use a P40 grit with my disc sander on there and then lighten it to about a P80 and then a P120 grit. I've got my sanding discs ready to go, and that's the oil I'm going to use to seal it afterwards. I'm going to put it on with a small roller. I'm going to use my disc sander. I'm going to go over it from one end to the other systematically. This bit here I'm going to go over with the rough sandpaper first. A bit here that I need to sand where the radiator was moved at one point. I'm now going to switch to a P80 grade. Okay, that's it all sanded now. It's all a bit dusty. So what I'm going to do is to actually get all the dust sheets up now before I seal it all, because otherwise all the dust will just stick to the sealant. Okay, that's all hoovered. Now it's ready to be sealed. Okay, now it's ready to be sealed. I'm going to use rustic oil and then I'm going to be putting it on with a roller. I might use a cloth for some of the edges, but let's see how it goes with the roller. I'm going to do one coat first, leave it to dry for 30 minutes, wipe off any excess and then do another coat. Okay, there's one coat done. It's just got to dry and then I'll do another coat. Okay, it's now dry. It dried overnight, but there's still some little patches. I just need to go over and give it another second coat where it's gone dry. There was no way I could have gone over it after 30 minutes. It did need to dry overnight. Okay, I'll just go over these dry bits now. They're difficult to see because of the glare from the sun. I'll just end up going over it all again with a second coat. You can see the dry patches here. So all I'm going to do is just pour a bit on and then rub it in. Okay, that's all that side dry. There's a really dry board here. And then I'll do the other side of the room. I've just got a light set up here just to help me see which boards are dry. Okay, it's all done and dry. It's still very shiny, so I'm not sure whether that will dull down or not. It's been drying for about 24 hours. Okay, the floor is now done and we've got all the furniture back in. The slight mark on the floor where we moved the sofa back in. We did put a blanket underneath, but it has scored the floor. So all I'm going to do is just to touch that bit up. It obviously wasn't dried fully. But that's looking so much better now. It has got quite a gloss on it and it's meant to be matte. It was just where I put too much on, but it feels like it's still drying out. It's quite cold now. Well, that's another job done. Thanks for watching and remember to subscribe for some more DIY videos.